your decision. And that's doing all you could? No, fine. I just thought after 17 years. Yes. I'll drop in next week.
You okay?
I'm fine. I thought you didn't start till 1.
No, they called to see if I could work the morning as well.
Sue.
Oh, come on. Sitting down pressing a few buttons. It's easy money.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, well, next month I'll be on maternity leave. Chances are you'll be back at work, so we will be milking your breadwinning status for all it's worth. What time's your appointment with Dr. Carter?
10 o'clock.
You're going to pop into your office afterwards, give them a quick update.
There'll probably be nothing to tell them.
Oh, come on. Think positive. Lost track of the amount of people that have told me you're looking better. Even the girls at the hospital agree you're on the mend. What? Is it my hair?
You look great. Never better.
Are you sure you're okay? You just seem really down.
You're going to be late for work.
Oh, I've marked a couple of pages for you to have a look at. See you later. Remember to take your pills. Morning, Mrs. Turnbury.
Good morning, Mrs. Parsons.
Morning, Mrs. Tembe.
Dr. Granger, I need to speak to you. Whilst you may have found it amusing what happened yesterday, I did not.
You should have seen it from my vantage point.
And I would be most grateful if you would keep the details to yourself because, to tell you the truth, I think I have suffered enough without being humiliated in front of my colleagues.
Then my lips are sealed.
No, I'm doing okay. No, really, I'm fine. I'm just getting my head around it all now. Today? Sure, what time? 12 sounds good. I'll see you then.
Who's that? Monique?
Not this got anything to do with you, but it was my tutor, all right? And again, I'm not interested in Monique or any one of your skanky mates.
Skanky? Don't think so.
Drunk, throwing up everywhere, staggering about. How could any man resist?
Jack, it was a party, you know, where people have fun.
Fun. I spent half the night with her drooling all over me. Quality.
Oh, what's wrong? You still holding out for an older model? Thought you'd have learnt your lesson with Zara.
How about we just leave it, yeah, Amy?
Sure. Just a sec. Look, but what's paying this week and last?
Fine.
The shouting woman was brought to the ground and subdued by 2 police officers.
Oh, look. Well, that does explain why she's not talking about it.
I just thought she'd been pleased. It's pretty impressive if you can upstage the Queen.
Mrs. Tembe.
Oh, mate, we kind of need you to fill us in about what happened yesterday.
I couldn't possibly divulge the secrets of a lady. Wouldn't be right.
It hasn't stopped you before.
Better crack on. Lots to do.
You're correct.
Believe it. Better.
Are you all right?
I have had better days.
I suppose it's too soon to expect you to see the funny side. Tell me what happened.
Some silly woman spilled her drink down my dress. That is what happened. Which led to the flowers being ruined.
Ruined?
And then there was the toilet water and the surging crowd and trying to run in those shoes only to be...
Sounds like a day to remember.
Oh, it is all in there. All I wanted to do was give Her Majesty a gift. Instead, I am the crazy lady in the big hat.
Yeah, but such a lovely hat.
Ruined. I do not want to be rude, Dr. Cassidy, but I think I need to be alone with my thoughts.
I'm sorry about the staff room earlier.
Dr. Cassidy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course.
No, I told you I might drop in, but I don't see the point if there's nothing to tell them. Anyway, that's Dr. Carter now. Talk later. Bye. Bye.
Okay, take care, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you.
Mr. Maven. Apologies for keeping you waiting. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
You all right, Dr. Carter?
What? Oh, I tweaked the old back yesterday. Nothing major. Right, that all sounds fine. And you're following the consultant's advice and you're not eating.
I eat and take regular light exercise, yes.
Must be a bit tedious hearing that over and over.
You could say that.
Well, your results are what we would expect. Resting ECG is normal, cholesterol fine, treadmill stress test is satisfactory. Were you expecting more?
Oh, sorry, Doctor. Don't tend to expect anything these days. I mean, someone who's always been fit, having a heart attack at 48, who'd expect that?
Yes, it does seem to fly in the face of medical opinion. But we find the fitter the patient, the rosier the outlook.
What are my chances?
Of what?
Another heart attack.
Well, you're getting stronger every day.
We have a baby on the way, Doctor.
There's a chance, but we find that people who've had an attack and survived tend to have an edge. Unconsciously or not, they tend to tread a bit more carefully, which is no bad thing.
Know your limits.
Exactly. Every day thereafter is a blessing which should not be squandered.
Director of surgery. That's impressive.
It was a good job. Leaving wasn't easy.
They fired you.
No, entirely my decision.
Must have been difficult to deal with.
One adjusts.
How? Your whole life's been turned upside down.
I didn't look after myself. That helped me accept my situation.
But what if you haven't done anything wrong? How are you supposed to handle that? I mean, it's hardly fair that you and I should have the same medical condition, is it? Sorry.
Look, I can see that it's harder in certain circumstances, but that's what friends and family are for. My colleagues were terrific. And you have a baby to look forward to.
You're right. It's about the baby. And Susan. They're my whole life.
Exactly. If a man has family, he is rich. But you have to learn to take things more slowly. Your paper.
Oh, you're okay. There's nothing in it anyway.
Oh dear.
Good. I'm sorry. Mrs. Tenbury is not available. Bab, this is Karen Ollins, their receptionist. Bab, is there something I can do for you? No, she is not. Goodbye.
Mrs. Tenby?
Is everything okay?
Oh, Dr. Carter, oh, it is wonderful to hear from you.
Well, I mean, I understand you're embarrassed, but worse things happen at sea.
It has gone beyond that. I assume you have seen the headlines and that awful, awful image.
Well, I caught a glimpse of it. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, at least they got your good side.
Are you mocking me?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to make light of it.
I have spent the morning listening to my colleagues sniggering like schoolchildren. The patients look at me as if I am some kind of freak show, and not 2 minutes ago I pretended to be Karen answering the phone to avoid speaking to one of my friends.
That's very interesting. But look, if anyone can deal with this, you can. And I'm always at the end of the phone if you need to talk to me.
The phone? No, Dr. Carter, I need to speak to you face to face.
I'm very busy, Mrs. Tembe.
I realize that, but I have no one else to turn to. Dr. Carter.
Well, actually, look, I've looked. And I think I can pop over later to the mill and see you.
Oh, that is good news. Music to my ears. Thank you, Dr. Carter.
So you think prioritising is the best way?
Without a doubt. And also, have a look at who you're doing the essays for. I mean, Mrs. Beaton may well give you a short extension, while Mr. Duncan...
Would rather kick me out.
Exactly. But then he's a stuffy old git. So, formulate your plan based on all the information to hand and you'll be fine. Sound about right?
Definitely.
Any problems, just ask. So, how are things at home? Is it still just you and your sister?
Yeah.
How's that working out?
Not great. And the mates are a nightmare. You'd think that they'd support and not just use the fact that Mum and Dad are away to live it up.
Well, maybe that's the only way she can deal with what's going on.
Maybe. Don't know, it's just...
It can get a bit much sometimes, yeah?
pretty much.
John?
Susan!
What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry, but I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
This isn't doctor's orders. You could set yourself back weeks.
It doesn't matter. Please, I love you. Just go back to work, please.
Is it the results? Is there a problem?
Everything's good. Really. Just go back to work and we'll talk later, yeah?
Listen to me. You can't do this. You have to be patient and everything will get back to normal again. Promise.
You can't promise that! Because it won't happen! They fired me, Sue!
What? John! When did you find out?
This morning. They warned me a month ago it might happen. I've been calling them just about every day.
You didn't tell me.
But it wasn't definite.
They can just do this, can they?
They have their reasons. Company car insurance, being a risk in a client's home, the job being too high stress for me. I'm so sorry.
What We'll manage. We'll get by. I can have the baby and then...
And then go back to work? Great! And maybe you can get a second and a third job too, because no one will be employing a 48-year-old with a dodgy heart.
That's rubbish. There are plenty of things you can do.
There's nothing out there, Sue. I've looked. Even if I did find something, well, my medical history would push the employer's premium sky high. They'd run a mile. Look, I've always provided for you, haven't I? And I'll go on providing. Then they will have to pay, and you and the baby won't want for anything.
Who's they?
It will all work out. I've taken care of everything. Trust me.
You're scaring me. Where are you going? John! Oh no. John! Stop!
Oh, Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter, I need your help, please.
You all right?
It's my husband. John Maven, he came to see you this morning.
Okay, take your time. Just tell me what happened.
I came home, I found him exercising hard the way he used to before he had his heart attack, and we had a fight, and he just kept talking about wanting to secure a future for the baby, for me.
You think he's returning to work quicker than he should?
No, his company fired him this morning, but he kept talking about wanting to make somebody pay, and I think he meant them. I'm really scared he's going to do something stupid.
Come on!
Did he have a particular route?
No, I can't see him.
Right, Susan, listen to me. Stay in the car. If he's here, I'll find him.
No, I'm coming with you.
Well, what you've done is great. You're on track. Maybe just try and find a bit more quiet time.
Mum's back tonight, so it should get easier.
Doesn't mean the stress will magically disappear.
No, but she's more likely to offload on me.
And your dad? Have you thought about moving back to Halls?
I will. Soon.
Jack, we've already been over this. Your family have to sort out their own problems.
I'll think about it. Honest. I just want to make sure that they're all right.
Okay, well. Until then, remember, I'm here to help.
Like you haven't done enough already.
If you need something, all you have to do is ask.
Thanks. I'll probably take you up on that. Especially when Amy starts doing my head in.
I am impressed, though. Not many students could handle the responsibility you've been landed with.
Responsible me? Must be a first. Must be catching me on a good day.
Hey, don't be modest. I mean it.
Thanks.
Oh, Jack.
I'm sorry, I'm just tired.
Oh, it's fine, really. We all need a good cry sometimes.
Leave me alone.
Susan, I need you to call an ambulance. Let me through. I'm a doctor. John, I need you to relax.
I need an ambulance, please. Yes, Hurstfield Park. As quick as you can. My husband's had a heart attack.
Get away. Get away from...
It's not an option. You're going to have to do as I say.
Oh, please, John.
What's she doing here?
She's making sure you get the care you need.
Get away from me.
I know what you're trying to do, but you're going to achieve nothing but make Susan a widow and your child fatherless.
The insurance was the only way I can provide for them.
Stop this nonsense now.
Dr. Carter!
This is completely self-indulgent. Suicide is not and never will be an option. Many people have not had the chances you have had. So stop the self-pity and just get on with your life.
John, what's the matter? John!
John, I need you to stay conscious. John! John!
I'm sorry.
I've lost you. How could you ever think I'd be better off without you?
I wasn't thinking straight.
And now?
I'm not going anywhere.
Do we have your word on that? Only I'm in no doubt Susan would rather have you than a big fat checkbook.
I promise, Dr. Carter. And thank you.
You need to rest. I'll be back tomorrow, see how you're doing.
Do you mind explaining yourself?
Sorry?
I appreciate everything you've done for John, but berating him like that, like he was a child.
Well, he needed to be told. I may have been a touch overbearing.
Overbearing? You were rude and abusive to a man who could have died at any second. It's hardly professional. In fact, it could have made things worse.
I can assure you the damage was already done. Look, I know you're concerned, but the consultant says he should make a reasonable recovery.
Reasonable?
Well, the heart only partially recovers from an attack. The more attacks, the more sustained the damage will be.
I'm supposed to be consoled by this, am I?
At the moment, that's the best I can offer.
Yeah. Well, he deserves better.
Susan, in spite of all that's happened, you and the baby were always his #1 priority.
Please don't visit him again.
I tell you, Dr. Carter, to have one's face splashed all over the front covers can only be described as devastating.
No, Mrs. Tempe. Wars are devastating. Earthquakes are devastating. This is merely an unfortunate incident.
But my dignity is in tatters. A public fool, if you will. I still have not had the courage to speak to any of my friends. And what the Reverend must think of me, goodness only knows.
Well, maybe you should talk to him. I'm sure he'll be very supportive, as will everyone else.
Clearly, this does not apply to my colleagues.
Well, perhaps you should ask yourself why. For the past week, you've been, shall we say, puffed up.
Puffed up?
Without question.
But I was merely excited about meeting Her Majesty. I thought they would be happy for me.
I'm sure they were. The first time you told them, but after that...
I have brought this on myself. Oh, this is my fault.
Yes, but it can be fixed.
How?
Learn from this. Accept you've made a fool of yourself, dust yourself down, and make sure it never happens again.
Let the wise listen and add to their learning.
Prudent words indeed.
From the book of Proverbs, verse 1:5.
And here endeth the lesson. Yes?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Dr. Carter. Thank you so much.
How's it been?
What do you mean?
You and Jack home alone. Do I need to look for him under the patio?
Couldn't find a shovel.
Hey.
Hey!
I thought you were on a stakeout or something.
Yeah, it's finished. I was just asking Emmy how things been.
What'd she say?
Well, nothing yet. Why? Is there something I should know?
Yeah. You owe me for the milkman. Paid him this morning, the bill's there.
Oh, thanks.
Mom!
Hello, love. Oh, hi, Jack. Hi.
Hi. How was your dad's?
It's great. It's been good to do some thinking.
You look lovely. So there were some kids there from a local school. One of them must have filmed it. And here we go. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There. And there you just see it outstretched underneath the police officer's no hand with the teapot.
Oh, no way.
Dr. Granger.
Mrs. Tembe.
May I?
Yes, of course.
Plate, please.
So how's uni?
Fine, good.
The house is still in one piece.
Yeah, of course. How's Grandad?
It's great. We wanted me to stay longer as usual, but...
But there's no place like home, eh? Right then. I'll get some clean clothes and I'll head back to Brian's.
And I'm going to phone Julia and let her know I'll be in tomorrow.
A new life on an alien planet, and the